Hello, my name is Chloe, welcome to my channel, and today I'm bringing to you my TBR for the Cliterature Readathon. This readathon is hosted by Steph over at Steph Loves, and I am incredibly excited to take part. It is running from Monday the 19th to Sunday the 25th of February, and Steph has created a bingo board for us to check off through the readathon. I won't explain any more about the setup of the readathon as a whole because that's Steph's thing. I will link you down to her video in the description, so please do go check that out if you want any more information on the readathon and on Steph. There are 9 prompts which include a couple of things to do, one of which I will tick off by doing this video, and I have set a book for each book prompt. However, I am filming this video in advance because it has now been revealed, decided, I don't know, that I am moving in February, and I get my keys 2 days before this readathon starts, and we'll be moving throughout the evenings of this week. So when I'm gonna read, I really do not know. And now my battery is dying, fantastic. So as I was saying, I am gonna be moving, and I may be on the hunt for audiobooks for all of these titles so that I can consume them while I move things into my new flat and new library, which I'm very excited about, and I will be doing a moving vlog. So to go through the prompts in the order that my eye reads them, the first prompt is to read a book with an illustrated cover, and I have gone for Beach Read by Emily Henry. There are so many illustrated covers that I can pretty much use any other book on my TBR and double up, because you can do that, but I wanted to pick each book, and this was actually one of the ones Steph recommended when she revealed this prompt. I have read You and Me on Vacation and Book Lovers by Emily Henry. Both I think I've given 3 stars, and I'm not really that confident about this one, but a lot of people say this is the best one. So I will keep my hopes high and we will see what happens, but hopefully I enjoyed this one. Pretty please. Next up we have LGBTQ plus romance, and I have actually reserved a copy of Heartstopper Volume 5 at my library. I don't know when that hold is going to come in. I am still 3rd in the queue and there has been no update, and that's been about 2 weeks, so it might not come in. If it does, I will use it for this prompt. If it doesn't, I've gone for If This Gets Out by Sophie Gonzalez and Cale Dietrich. I just realised I told you nothing about what this was about, but we'll just leave it for that one. This book is about Ruben and Zach, who are 2 members of Saturday, one of the world's biggest boy bands. Teen heartthrobs in front of the camera, they're also best friends backstage. But management's pressure on Ruben to stay in the closet is taking its toll. Zach is the only one he can confide in. As Ruben and Zach come to rely on each other more and more during a whirlwind tour of Europe, their close friendship evolves into romance. If this gets out, will their fans ever truly give them the support they need? And how can they hold tight to each other if their whole world is coming apart? I believe I've seen the audiobook of this on Everand, whatever we're calling it, so that might be one that I can prioritise, especially if Heartstopper doesn't come in. The next one is to take part in a sprint. That is very easy for me to do. I will be there. I will make sure that one of the sprints happen, so I can basically tick that one off. Next up is to read a book with a POC author, and I've gone for The Way You Make Me Feel by Maureen Gu. Maureen Gu is a Korean-American author, and I have had this book for the longest time. It's one of the longest standing contemporary romances on my TBR. What I have tried to do is not stick with complete smutty romance the whole time and go into something a little bit easier at times, because I'm not always in the mood for smutty romance back to back. So this is about Clara, who is sentenced to work in her dad's Korean-Brazilian food truck, which is called the Cobra, after pushing one joke too far. She's mad about it because she was supposed to be spending the summer visiting her social media influencer mom, but now she's stuck working alongside her nemesis Rose, and there is a guy named Hamlet, and it says yes, Hamlet, who's crushing on Clara, and she thinks he's pretty cute. Apparently this is a relatable story of falling in love and finding yourself in the places you've never thought to look, and that just sounds like a really uplifting pick alongside some smut. Next up is to share your TBR, so let's tick that one off. I think this is pretty successful. Next up is to read a 5-star prediction, and I've picked a book straight from my full February TBR, which you can also find linked down in the description. So a 5-star prediction is Romancing Mr Bridgeton by Julia Quinn. I've given all the books in the Bridgeton series so far either 4.5 or 5 stars, and this is book number 4, following Colin Bridgerton and Penelope Featherington. I won't go more into it if you're not interested in the Bridgeton series, and if you are, I don't want to spoil anything. So yeah, we're following Colin and Penelope, and I want to get this one read before the TV show for this book, or based on this book, comes out. So yeah, prioritising this one in February. Then poll pick. So I ran a poll over on Twitter, and the result was, as you can plainly see, Hook, Line and Sinker by Tessa Bailey. This can clearly be used as an illustrated cover, a 5-star prediction. Probably favourite trope at this point. So this is the second book in the, I forgot the series is actually called. It follows after It Happened One Summer, which is one of my favourite romances of all time. We're following Fox, who has a reputation as a sexy, carefree flirt. Everyone knows he's a guaranteed good time in bed and out, and that's exactly how he prefers it. Until he meets Hannah Bellinger. She's immune to his charm and good looks, but she seems to enjoy his personality and wants to be friends. Bizarre. But he likes her too much to risk a fling, so platonic pals it is. So it looks like we're getting a friends to lovers in this book, and I'm really excited to read it. I enjoyed It Happened One Summer so much, so this is probably also going to be a 5-star, and I think I can get the audiobook for this one, so it's more likely to happen with moving. So next up we have favourite trope, and this one's always really hard for me when I see it. I know what Steph did. Rather than pick a trope that wouldn't appeal to everyone, she went with favourite trope so we could all pick our favourite. My problem is I don't think I have a favourite trope. I have tropes I don't love as much, like I think Second Chance Romance is the only one I don't love. So I just went for a book that's been on my TBR a long time, and it definitely has a trope that I am interested in. If you just pick up on the tone of my voice. Anyway, I've gone for Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas, which is an age gap romance and a little bit forbidden. So I believe, did that just say Cole? There's a character called Cole. I don't think we like him, but there is one. So I believe this is about a girl who gets taken in by her ex-fiance's dad. Potentially. It says, Jordan. He took me in when I had nowhere else to go. He doesn't use me, hurt me, or forget about me. He doesn't treat me like I'm nothing, take me for granted, or make me feel unsafe. He remembers me, laughs with me, and looks at me. He listens to me, protects me, and sees me. I can feel his eyes on me over the breakfast table, and my heart pumps so hard when I hear him pull in the driveway after work. I have to stop this. It can't happen. My sister once told me there are no good men, and if you find one, he's probably unavailable. Only Pike Lawson isn't the unavailable one. I am. Oh, sorry. So our main character is called Jordan. She's not after Jordan, she's after Pike. So Pike then says, I took her in because I thought I was helping. She'd cook a few meals and clean up a little. It was an easy arrangement. As the days go by, it's becoming anything but easy. I have to stop my mind from drifting to her and stop holding my breath every time I bump into her in the house. I can't touch her and I shouldn't want to. The more I find my path crossing hers though, the more she's becoming a part of me. But we're not free to give in to this. She's 19 and I'm 38. And her boyfriend's father. I'm blushing already. This one's just going to be a good time, and I'll stop there. And then finally, a lot of these books I could use for this prompt as well, but I wanted to pick a new book, and for new to you author, I've gone for A Taxonomy of Love by Rachel Allen. This is again a YA romance, so it might be a little bit of a palate cleanser after the boyfriend's father age gap romance. Let's just see what this one's about, shall we? This says, Spencer is used to feeling like the weird one, the not quite right one, the alone one. Between having a perfect everything older brother and being teased about his Tourette syndrome, it's just the way things are. But the moment Hope steps out of a moving van next door, Spencer feels different. Like his neighbourhood is an entirely different place now that he has a friend. Like he could tell Hope anything, maybe even everything. Like he finally belongs. And then they grow up. Life gets messy, and clear labels like friend get messy too. Through sibling feuds and family tragedies, new relationships and broken hearts, the two grow together and apart, and Spencer, an aspiring scientist, tries to map it all out using his normally trustworthy system of taxonomy. But unlike science, love doesn't always fit into easy-to-manage boxes, and if Spencer can't figure it out soon, he risks losing hope completely. So now I'm looking into this, I actually cannot see the words like YA anywhere. Oh no, Rachel Allen is a mad scientist by day and YA writer by night. So it is YA, potentially on the older side of YA if they're having all of this like romantic trouble before this book. I've loved the cover of this ever since I've got it. If I don't love this book, I'm going to be so mad because I was looking forward to keeping this on my shelves forever. So there we have it. A TBR for moving week that is pretty unattainable. I'm holding them all upside down too, but we are going to give it our best go. I am really looking forward to taking part in this readathon. Let me know down below if you are taking part too. But for now, that's all I have time for. So thank you very much to Steph for hosting this readathon. Thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.